Hey, what is up, everybody? I am Jason, and you're watching my channel, Micro Investor. All right, so in this video, I want to talk about several different companies, but I want to talk about two primarily. That is going to be Apple and Google. And as far as Apple goes, the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. How those two things are might be in a little bit of trouble here to come, as some companies are trying to avoid paying their 30% fee that they charge to use their services. So this isn't any sort of like new news. It's been a 70-30 split for a long time. Of course, 70% going to the creator and 30% going to either Google or Apple, whatever platform that application was purchased from or downloaded from. And this isn't just for like applications that are purchased up front. There's also those free applications that you get, and then you do some sort of upgrade or whatever to buy something within it, and then it will open up the Apple Store, the Google Play Store, or whatever, to make a transaction of $1 or whatever it is. And yeah, portion of that still will also go, and then also goes for like a service that you would get, like say back in the day, people that signed up for Netflix through those applications, through online, through the smartphones. Every month, it was the same thing. There was a portion of that always going to, Google or Apple, and that same thing was going on with Spotify and many other big companies. But now, more and more companies are steering away from that, trying to go away from that and not pay those fees. They're trying to avoid those fees. Before Netflix removed itself from billing from the Google Play and the Apple App Store, they had collected $1.4 billion through the application marketplace. Now the biggest revenue maker for non-game is the application Tinder, which is owned by Match, which brought in a whopping $500 million just in the first half of 2019 between the two marketplaces. Another big company that had a issue with these services was Spotify. So Spotify and Apple, the iPhone users that had the premium membership of Spotify, Apple was taking a cut of 30%. And at the same time, Apple is trying to sell Apple Music, trying to upsell their own product. But say if a customer doesn't switch to Apple Music and they have the Spotify Premium, Apple was still getting 30% of that sell. Now, since then, Spotify has changed it. They handle their own billing, but there's still those old customers that Apple is still getting a little bit of a cut from. Next up brings us to the game Fortnite, which this is very recent drama going on right now. The developers of the game don't agree with Google Play's terms of charging 30% fees for transactions in the game. Now, Fortnite, they charge real money for virtual currency, which then can be used for whatever in the game, new skins or whatever. And yeah, they don't agree with the terms of that. So the game Fortnite is not available on Google Play because of this. And the developers of the game, Epic Games, is partially owned by the company Tencent, which is the largest video game company in the world. So I can see possibly big problems to come in the future from this. So with there possibly being a big disruption with the way that the Apple App Store and Google Play are going to be running in the future, with so many large companies having a problem with their fees, that disruption could have a huge effect on these companies' stock, as Apple now is, they're really focusing on services, on Apple Music and whatever. But when you really look at the numbers of Apple services, the Apple App Store is actually the main moneymaker for Apple services. And the Apple App Store actually is such a large moneymaker for Apple that it actually makes up more than 10% of the entire revenue of the company. Now, obviously, I can't predict what's going to happen, but I kind of find it funny that the biggest revenue maker for Google Play and the Apple App Store is basically just a application that is made for people to hook up with. So, yeah. So I'd like to know what you guys think about all this. As always, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I have new videos coming out on my channel all the time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.